So the next calculation is for valley length. So the formula for valley length is eave width plus the half span minus half the ridge thickness, and that's in brackets, times by this time the true length of hip per metre run. So when you're calculating hips or valleys, you'll multiply by the true length of hip per metre run. So we already know what the eave width is, 600 millimetres. We already know what the half span is, which is 4 metres, and we also already know what the half ridge thickness is, which is 10 millimetres. The true length of hip per metre run, we haven't used that yet, but if we refer back to our previous calculations, that's where you'll find it, true length of hip per metre run. And if I have a look at that, our true length of hip per metre run is 1.527. So going back to the valley length calculation. So we know that the true length of hip per metre run is 1.527 now, and we can input that information into the calculator. So again, we start with the brackets. The eave width is 600 millimetres, so 0.600 in metres. We add the half span, and the half span was 4 metres, and we subtract the ridge thickness, so which is 10 millimetres, and in metres that is 0.010. Close the bracket, so our run for the valley length is 4.590, and we multiply that by our true length of hip per metre run, which was 1.527. So the length for our valley is 7 metres and 9, because the 9 would round up the 8 to a 9 with 3 decimal points. So I'll just input that with a sticky note. Length of the valley is 7 metres 9. There it is there. So I'll just clear that before I do the next calculation. The next calculation is valley distance to Birdsmouth. So the calculation is very similar, as you see. This time it's the half span minus half the ridge thickness times by the true length of hip per metre run. So same information as before, except that you're not adding the eave width. So again, we start with the brackets, and the half span is 4 metres. We subtract half the ridge thickness, 0.010. Close our bracket. That gives us the run for the distance to Birdsmouth for the valley, and then we multiply that by our true length of the hip per metre run, which was 1.527. Equals, so the answer for the valley distance to Birdsmouth is 6.093 with 3 decimal points. So I'll just put that sticky note there, 6.093. And I'll just highlight that because that's the calculation that we just did there, valley distance to Birdsmouth, which is 6.093.